Okay, I'm recording this at night. That's why it's a little dark. But I read Hard to Get by Laura Moher. I don't know if I'm saying it right. But I couldn't find anybody who wrote a review on it, so might as well make a video reviewing my book itself. So, Hard to Get by Laura Moher. I forgot the names, so I have to reread it again. I forgot the names. What was that girl's name again? Andrea. Anyway, the main character, who's the love interest again? Kevin. All right. So I read it, and I also think that. What do I think? I personally didn't like Andrea's character. I felt like she was a little too much, and this is going to be a bunch of spoilers. So people who want to be spoiled, keep listening. Anyway, I didn't like Andrea's character very much. Kevin was okay. I kind of skimmed through some parts like July, the other friends that are the other friends that are in like good like relationships. And what are these people's names again? Andy, Kevin. I haven't read in a couple days, okay? I finished it, but I have a hard time with this. Not all the time. Lenny. Okay, there's just a lot of characters. So I didn't bother with memorizing names. I skimmed through some stuff that I felt like was repetitive. Personally, I didn't like the ending, so I'm just going to spoil the ending for whoever's listening. So in the end, she like ends up moving with Kevin. Like she trusts him on a level like you already got accidentally pregnant and you guys are already living together technically. Even though you got your own, they have their separate places. It's like y'all are already living together. What you mean? Like so you guys switched back and forth for 2 years while you had a kid, but you wrote it at the end as if it looks like they're staying more at Andy's place. Like towards the end of the book, then 2 years later, we've been going back and forth between two places. And especially when you got a kid, if I were Kevin, I would have been taking that place off the, what is it, gotten my lease off or something. Stay with a friend if I really, just for a security measure. But other than that, I would have been giving up that apartment. For what? Well, they're not living for Jesus, but like, let's pretend like they're married. Um, it's just, yeah, it's just that part. I was like, you now trust him to move in with you? Y'all been doing this. You guys have been living together, moving from place to place for 2 years, and you find, you know what? Maybe because I don't have that. Whatever this character has with, she's been through a lot of psychologically, and throughout the book, like Andy's character, Andrea, full name, like there was a lot of nuances of like, oh, because my mom went through all this abuse, and I don't want to spoil like, but it's very reasonable. Like the reason why like somebody would have like the psychological trauma she has makes complete sense, but it's like these people are dead and gone, and you still have them in there in the frontal lobe cortex. Like, I can't date because all Salazar women pick bad guys. We all have a bad picker. No, that not necessarily mean that. I met a good guy. You vetted him through your friends. Still a good guy. Got to know him. Still a good. Um, I kind of wish we got more scenes of them arguing and like resolving conflict. I feel like that would have added more good layers. But they had to add the dramatic scene of Kevin getting shot, like trying to protect Andy, so she can. Like I feel like that should have been like a breakthrough. It was, but then like I wanted to see them argue, like be at a place. I know they created a safe word, but like I wanted to see them argue some more about stuff, and there wasn't a lot of opportunity for that. Like I wanted to see her like let's keep going, peeling back more and more and more layers back. And I thought the guy was like they always give like one thing with these type of books. They always like find the resolution at the end, and it kind of annoys me. Ah, it's such an irk. for romance books is like, all right, we was hot and heavy in the beginning, simmers down, and then at the end it's back. I'm you've got. I would rather you start at the low, build up to the end, but like one thing a novel can do that a book can't is like you can be happy for a lot longer, and I would love to see them happy happy periods for a lot longer, even when there's disagreements, even there's life going on. I would love to see more like stable couples in books and romance novels. I hate the low self-esteem trope. I hate it. Hate those the ones where it's like, oh, nobody will ever love me. And then all she has to do is wink, and 10 guys help her carry her laundry 10 flights of stairs. And I'm like, bah. This is not directed at this book, just the general trope of like this girl has such low self-esteem. Oh, I'm good for it. I hook up. I can never find real love. And the guy's like, I'm ready to commit right now. After our hookup, let's get married. Like let's. So look, that's one of my infuriating parts of this book, where Kevin was just like, we're clearly together. We can just put a label on it that we're at least dating. Like, cause like at this point, he's got a baby. He's got his baby in there. He's hoping that you'll let him. No. No man should be hope. Like he's hoping. Oh, I hope Andy allows me to be my kid's life. When they found she got pregnant, I'm like, what? What? And she's pulling away from a guy which y'all were really bold the first night, and now you want to be shy. Oh, okay. You guys hooked up night one when you first met each other, and now you're shy. Feels butt backwards. I don't cuss up. It just felt butt backwards. They needed more like their characters needed more like a thing that brought them together, but like less physical in the beginning. Maybe just talking and getting to know each other. Maybe they kissed by the second or third date, and then she's trying to figure out if she can do this or not. Yeah, it felt like it was too physical too soon. Like it just, yeah. I don't know. I also didn't like the parts of the book where Andrea's character was like kind of on a diet. She's kind of described as more curvy and stuff. So I'm guessing like a size 8 or 10 or something, or maybe a 12, who knows? 12 or 14. But she's on the curvy side, but I'm like, she exercises a lot, and then but she still like eats 2 bites of food, and it's like, I'm full. I'm so full. And super self-conscious about it. I'm like, I don't like that. I don't like that. Like, okay, you're curvy, but like she only orders salads. Girl, you thick and you ordering salads? I don't believe it. So, something ain't right. It's like the way to describe her is really healthy, but she makes a mean like brownie and certain foods she makes really well. So Abby eats those kinds of foods. But yeah, the way to describe her is kind of like she's really health conscious. She's still thick at the same time. So I was like, oh, shouldn't she be smaller? But you know what? And her like going running with Kev and all of that. Yeah, I didn't like the stalker dude. Oh, another note. I hated the stalker thing. I'm like, oh, let me not tell the guy who's interested in me, who I'm carrying your child, that there's a stalker coming after me. I don't feel safe telling you that. I don't want to worry. I hate when I just, ugh. Like no restraining order, no police escort to go into work each day and come out of work, even though you've received multiple letters, nothing. Maybe you're used to it because this is your job. Like, this is a lot. And volunteering for more work when you're pregnant, like, you need to cut back, regardless of if Andrea was planning to go to Thanksgiving with Kevin's family. I'm like, she needed to cut back from work. I didn't like that Starker part. Kevin's family was a bit much, but I like they were like I feel like they're forced. They were written in to force Kevin to step up and be like, "No, can't tell me what to do no more." Sometimes I wish I could be like that, like how he was in the hospital and stood up to his family. I wish I could be like that, because then you get that break. You're like, "Oh, thank the Lord! Oh, this was so good." Did I have to wake up with a bunch of family around? Oh yeah, the introvert in me is like, I would have rather, even outside of their thing, I would have rather woken up at somebody else's place where there weren't 10,000 family members around me, just so I could have that peace of waking up without a lot of voices around type of thing. I would have rather that. I'm surprised the whole Andy thing. Usually, like the mom or a family member would stay too. But yeah, I guess he put his foot down there, but he needed to learn how to put his foot down towards the end with his family as well. But yeah, overall, I guess that was his like lesson to learn. I do like I kind of related to Kevin in that type of person too. So like, yep, I feel like the people like us, you just gotta put your foot down more, and it's not fun. It is not fun to tell people no, especially when they're used to hearing yes from you. They're used to you doing gymnastics like, oh, you want this? Or just being agreeable because you don't want to cause controversy. Oh, I do that and I need to work on it. I'm still working on it. But Kevin's character was like me in that, like, you're just like, oh, I don't want to ruffle feathers. Just go along with the flow of things, even when I disagree. So overall, I wouldn't read this book again. I read better books than this. I liked, there's a book, I think it's like The Bride Test. I forgot who it's by. I would rather read that book again than read this one. But I haven't seen a lot of reviews on this book, so I figured might as well. Yeah, but overall, I think the ending was okay, but it felt sad. Like, that's all you got for 2 years? She, like, when he proposed, I thought that was much. I thought that was a bit much when Kevin proposed, mind you. But, like, 2 years? And now you're moving in together and you already have a kid together and you've already been basically living together before the baby came out. The way it was written was like pretty much almost every night he's at every other night. He's either at your house, but now that part I was like, for 2 years you guys were going back. Oh man, that was a lot. Yeah, I do agree that the proposal was a little too soon, but I just think, yeah. If anything, it made you feel bad for Kevin a lot. Like I feel bad. Like Kevin was really into this girl, and this girl, like, I don't want to get hurt, so I barely like you. Oh, I just felt like there was just always Kevin navigating through Andrea's barriers, type of thing. He's trying to get closer to her, and she's like, nope, nope. But in the first part of the book, lets them they go all the way, and then oh, now here are all these 500 boundaries. Why not write it with the boundaries, and over time those boundaries go away? I like that over like caution to the wind. Now let's put up all the boundaries again, like it's like high security prison or something. So I think the book, it's not worth it. I'm gonna read next. This is my next read. I hope it's good. I read a page on accident, and it was a funny page, so I'm hoping the rest of it is pretty good. But overall, I'd give Hard to Get a review of like out of 10, maybe like a 2. Solid 2 out of 10. All right, thanks for watching.